Welcome back into another episode of Coffee with Coach presented by Tim Hortons. We are always joined by Seth Appert. I'm Andrew Mossbrooks. Apps, I don't even know where to get started here. Game 5 is coming up this week because your team was down 3-0 going into the third in an elimination game on the road, and you come back and win it in overtime. How do you describe what you were feeling on the bench?
Just how we drew it up, I liked our game. 34 of the first 40 minutes of that game, I thought we played very good and created a lot of offense, and it just wasn't ended up in the back of the net. And so I felt good because it wasn't a game we were getting just smothered. I felt good that we were going to get chances and have a chance to claw back there. The biggest thing was two things. One is we need to score in the first 5 or 6 minutes, give us life and hope and put a little seed of doubt in their mind. And then two is we had to keep it at 3. You go into the third and you're thinking offense because you got to get goals. But if you give them another one, it might become insurmountable. So that was something we talked about in between. We gave them a few things to focus on, but I finished with we have to keep it at 3. We're going to think offense, but when it's time to defend, we need to defend. The guys in Devon did a good job keeping that number at 3.
Well, the win has had Rochester just buzzing around the city, all the hype about the Amherst. But the other exciting part that everyone seemed to love is your post-game press conference where you said that going into the third period, you told the guys kind of in passing, hey, we're going to win this game. We're going to come back in 8 or 9 minutes and talk about how we're going to win. How were you that confident trailing 3-0 against a really good defensive team like Syracuse?
Yeah, normally I wouldn't go in right away, but I felt like when you're down, I did this heading into overtime last year as well because we had blown a lead and I wanted to calm their minds. And the same thing here. I didn't want them frazzled and frustrated that we just gave up 2 goals and we're down 3-0. I wanted them focused on looking forward. And why do I have belief? Because I've coached this group for the whole season, but also most of our core for 2 or 3 seasons. And I've never seen them give up on each other. And it doesn't mean you're always going to win. It doesn't guarantee victories, but we've had our back against the wall many different times in hard situations, and this group hasn't ever given in. And so there's a resiliency and an earned trust that they've gained from each other and also from me because of the mindset that they've approached all these situations in.
And as a result of that, we now have a Game 5 coming up this Friday, May 10th. Apps, one more question for you. I feel like when a team goes through something like that, there's such an emotional high from winning that kind of game. How do you bring your players back down for another do-or-die game?
Well, I think it's easier because of the time length. If it was a game that you're playing a day or 2 later, you'd probably tell them, hey, enjoy the win for an hour, but then let's start calming down and getting our minds around the next game. Because of the situation, they got to enjoy that win that evening with their teammates and their brothers. Fun locker room, good bus ride back, and then an off day, and then come in yesterday and start to calm in and get ready for the preparation that's required.
This is going to probably be a sellout game. At the time that this is airing, there's maybe a couple hundred tickets left. So if you do not have them, stop waiting. Go online right now. Amherst Crunch Game 5, winner take all in this North Division semifinal action this Friday, May 10th at Blue Cross Arena.